Good morning. I'm glad to share this beautiful rainy morning, this atmospheric day with you here. If you're seeing that, incredible. And today I'd like to talk about being grounded in your intentions and your actions and how you are guided to come back into your own energy, to come into grounding practices, into embodiment in your being before you give your attention or focus to the outside world that you are aware of and connected to your own inner being and internal landscape and being creative and intentional within you and that intending and create energy from yesterday's video carrying over into now the moon being in Capricorn, which is really steadfast and has a really established work ethic. My moon is in Capricorn, and people with the moon in Capricorn can tend to be overworkers or high achievers and very committed to a work ethic and being devotional and disciplined, and can struggle with surrender to rest or slowing down or ease or allowing things to be more fluid and to flow more without necessarily rigid structures and things having to unfold or work out the way you may envision them, but to allow them to organically flow and become more fluid. And today, Mercury has switched into Libra, and we still have Jupiter in Cancer, and there can be a bit of a tension there emotionally. And although this does favor communication, harmony, Libra season in communicating your desires, your needs, your goals, and so on. Yet, it being more important that you do that within yourself and get clear and honest with yourself about your own desires and how you're showing up in a calling or work capacity for yourself, that you're really committing to your own goals. You're not over promising or under delivering with others, yet showing up to do the things to be part of what you're wanting to show up for, that's moving the needle forward for you and your dreams and goals. And you may find where you are leaking energy somehow and having to establish better boundaries so that you truly committed to pouring into your own health and well-being, your own energy, your own vision, your own purpose, your own goals, your own mission. And so you're growing and expanding on the things that you're wanting to create more of, because you're creating your future today. You're creating the reality that you prefer within your being, within that mind, body, soul connection, your expression, your sharing of your voice and your visibility and showing up and putting yourself out there, putting your offers out there, with connecting with the world as the unique expression of you, which is building on your reality creation and your dream. And you may feel called or guided to observe where you may be giving to someone else's purpose or goal or dream, and that's not necessarily tying in with your values. It may or may not. Yet the need to go even bigger in pursuing yourself as perhaps an entrepreneur, creator, soulpreneur, or allowing your soul gifts to truly come out so that you're sharing them. And you have the gift, I've said this before, you have a gift that you came into this world with so that others may receive it. And if you give energy to other things that are not in alignment with that, that is stealing energy away from your abundance and prosperity and health and vitality and success and potential and possibility to emerge in even more greatness, to allow your inner genius to come out, to be unlocked, to be felt and witnessed and observed by others, so that your people can find you, so that your heart and soul aligned crew can connect with you, so that they may share in that gift and in exchange and offer value back to you in reciprocity, in which case you feel that you're in abundance of overflow and you're receiving all the resources and having all your financial needs met, also through the essence of you being you, that you get paid to exist, that through your being more you and expressing yourself more through your voice and your visibility and your authenticity and your truth and your messages and so on. If you have a YouTube channel like that, you may feel called to be on there even earlier in the morning, or to post even more frequently, or to learn even more about it, and to know that your stories and your message and your wisdom and your magic is absolutely highly valuable and incredible and can allow you to experience magic in your reality through your experiencing of overflow and giving, and through law of giving, you abundantly receive. And coming into gratitude, gratefulness, thankfulness for that fact, that law of the universe, feeling deep appreciation for it, in how, as I'd mentioned in a previous video recently, if things seem to not move forward or there's delays or setbacks, it is likely your initiation into being more yourself. How are you leading yourself from the inside out? We also have an energy of healing chaos in no longer allowing yourself to be influenced or swayed by any manipulative tendencies or any expectations or demands placed on you by the outside world, that you come into inner calm, rooted in the truth of who you are in your being. You may also feel guided to be the chaos in the way that you're the instigator and taking action. I'm now hearing Prodigy's fire starter in my head, that you can ignite a fire and you can be the one to create, to initiate, to be the initiator yourself within you, even if you feel you cannot see the way that you're initiating things. And you may feel that you receive requests from people to do something or to facilitate something or to offer something that you may feel is not within your capacity. Yes, it wouldn't show up in your reality unless you were perfectly capable of doing that. I've had clients ask for or request certain offerings or programs from me which I did not feel fully qualified or an expert in at that time. Yet I received the invitation as I interpreted it from my perception in how this was coming to me, since I was being stretched into a new version of me. And therefore, I made the decision to say yes to things that I felt I was not yet ready for, knowing that my energy was being recalibrated and that I was being stretched into leaning into becoming and being that version of me that was showing up and delivering on that with expertise and full capacity. And the way started to unfold where resources were coming along, connections, opportunities to learn, to grow, to channel even on a newer level and create what was going to bridge the gap between where I was and what was being asked of me. That you may feel called to accept a new invitation to emerge in more greatness of you being who you fully can be, that you may not see it right now, but you can believe in your own magic and stretch into your becoming, emerging from within you. And that can heal chaos in the way that you retain an inner calm and stillness and confidence and clarity and conviction and certainty within you through that proving it to yourself, that you simply see it. And it's not having to prove anything to anyone else. It's not even having to prove anything to yourself. It's simply understanding that you have such greatness and power within you that it simply has to be. And here is where you can give up any need of quitting anything in continuing to stretch into your greatness from within you, that's following the call of your soul, in already knowing that what you require and desire is already here. So it's not a giving up in surrender where you release control, yet a knowing that you're on the trajectory of emerging from within you and simply being on that frequency and that energy of all is here, right now. Creation is complete. I'm simply showing up and becoming and being more of who I am on a soul level, that the universe is responding to me and we're in constant communication, that you are in deep listening also. This energy today is asking you to deeply be a vessel for the divine, to listen, to tap in, to tune in, to come back into grounding, embodiment, somatic practices, having a walk in nature, doing some Qigong energy healing on yourself. If you'd like to step into doing that, learning more about that, receiving activations, I will be delighted to facilitate that for you. You can check out my course reviews in the description box below. Having this at your fingertips as a tool to work with makes you a more potently powerful conscious creator of your reality moment to moment, because you connect with that energy, you connect to the awareness, you expand in your psychic gifts and abilities. It increases and sharpens your intuition so that you're following yourself more from your own inner leadership. It's very potently powerful, and you become more aware of where you may be distracted or there is manipulative tendencies going on in the outside world. And in the age of frequency that we're moving into, it's so important to be clear in your own energy, in your own field, because any type of warfare that we may be familiar with in the physical realm, in terms of on the land and between people and nations and so on, is moving into higher realms and other dimensions, and how we will be experiencing or seeing the importance of our own spiritual sovereignty and energetic practices to remain clear within our own field, so that we're not influenced or swayed by energies that may not be benevolent or beneficial to our dharmic mission, to our heart and soul desires, to our expansion, to our ultimate well being and happiness, and maintaining a higher vibrational state and remaining rooted in the truth of who we are in our wholeness and divinity. And that is the way forward in maintaining spiritual practices in devotion, and being grounded and rooted in the truth of who you are will serve your emergence from you in independent, sovereign, empowered leadership, which clearly I'm here talking about as this channel unfolds and it wants to be expressed through me. A mission of supporting others reclaiming a sense of wholeness and integration within their being, so that they feel whole and perfect and complete and divine and worthy of self-love and loving and lovable, and experience that in their reality as part of healing the earth and healing themselves, healing others that they come into contact with, and creating even better realities and creating even more heaven on earth. A series of cards have come out, in which I'd like to go through now. So, as I've mentioned, we have that healing chaos energy, which I'm guided to speak on from the description, in whether you are allowing yourself to feel greater calm and peace and stillness within your own being, and seeing the power and influence that you hold through holding that, or being the instigator or fire starter in how you drive forward with powerful change from your own leadership. When you receive this card, it acknowledges potential chaos or the need for chaos as an activator for profound healing. If your life seems chaotic, know that it has an underlying energy of healing. You are being healed on all levels. You are a healer. Alternatively, if your life is calm to the point of being stagnant, this card suggests it might be time to create a bit of chaos in your life. It activates healing. Do the unexpected and mix life up a little bit. You're asked to follow your inner leadership. There's an energy of releasing today, releasing what is not you, what's not part of your service work or mission, or part of you being more yourself and the truth of who you are, connecting with your spirit guides in community, in meditative practice, and those on similar wavelength to you. Positive change is being ushered in. Focus had come out reversed. So to get clear in meditative practice where you are directing your focus towards your goals, your outcomes, your objectives, and allowing the how to be fluid as you embody the energy of miracles, and all is already here. Your manifestation is already complete, that you're coming back into fulfillment in the energy of wholeness within your being, moving forward to greener pastures, financial prosperity making its way to you, that it's right here, right now. It's inevitable as you continue to move forward in the truth of who you are, enlightened as a being, enlightened in your energy, feeling relaxation, relax in your approach, relax in your body, being steadfast and steady as the goat, the Capricorn energy climbing up the mountain, having the courage to follow through on what is coming to you through meditative experience, through connection with the divine, through allowing yourself to be receptive to what wants to come from you in your unique soul blueprint leadership, which you're very welcome to connect with me for channeled insights with. I can see and clear energetic blockages, support you being more on that trajectory, feeling clearer and more empowered in your own energy. I love facilitating this work and doing even past life regressions with people, which can support them in understanding a current block that you may have in this now lifetime, so that you can step beyond it, feeling more rooted and grounded in the truth of who you are. And that energy had come to me in talking about past lives. I'm also going to read a description from that here, as it may help you break some kind of loop or cycle or pattern that you've been in through the power of having greater awareness, and that can help you move forward in a new breakthrough. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, for being here with me today. So, an emotional issue that has plagued you for some time is now being resolved and cleared through your dreams. And I did mention how sleep was going to be a lot more relevant this week, and in ramping that up and making sure that you get enough sleep, and even keep a journal next to your bed to write down any messages or symbolism of things that may come to you that may support you in that emboldened, empowered leadership moving forward in action plans on following your inner guidance. You may wish to try to remember your dreams and pay closer attention to them. In your dream state, you will subconsciously revisit several of your past lives, reconciling past issues that are causing problems for you in this lifetime. To help facilitate this process, set aside a few minutes for prayer and meditation from an energy of gratitude and openness and receptivity before you go to sleep each night. This is the most powerful, potent time for manifestation, also for clearing and rewiring the subconscious mind and the body, for reclaiming a state of stillness and power and relaxation in your being, and calm as a superpower in helping you to attract in and manifest more of what's harmonious and expansive for you within your energy field, because you're not caught up on the energy of problems. You're in the energy of solution and receptivity and manifestation. Imagine yourself bathed in golden light and ask your angels to guide and heal you while you sleep. I surrender to sacred rest. I invite healing while I sleep. When I wake up tomorrow morning, I have clear vision and clarity on my action step forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. You declare to the universe. Ask that you awaken each new day with joy and love in your heart, and give thanks for the gentle healing that is taking place within you, expanding you day to day. And I did feel that I wanted to say today is Monday, and we tend to be programmed to operate from a Monday to Friday time frame based on schooling and education and family upbringing, yet it is another day with a fresh new opportunity. Every moment is in the eternal now, and you have the opportunity to bring conscious awareness to how powerful you are as a manifester, as a creator, how you can connect to your heart, how you connect to gratitude, and see instant shifts in your reality where you magnetize more abundance and blessings to you with ease, love, gratefulness, and joy. And to truly see those shifts in your reality and see and observe and witness with so much love and wonder and awe how powerfully magnetic you are in your own energy, and how in this time of frequency, the thoughts that we have are making manifest much more rapidly, which makes it so much more important to be conscious and observant and aware of the thoughts that you're having that are running the mind, or that you are choosing to entertain through the power of your imagination. Go back and view my video on the power of imagination to tap into and connect with that energy again. So there is a little poem at the end of this, and I will wrap up there for today. Thank you for being here. As if in a dream, you shall drift beyond the horizon through the ancient mists of time, then awaken within the womb to a new day full of beautiful things, and you shall not remember what came before, but for a stirring in your heart. I'm getting full body tingles and chills. And in every now moment, the more you connect to your heart, the more you connect to what gives you loving presence and gratitude, the more magic that is unfolding for you. Wishing you a beautiful day. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. For stepping into my courses, for receiving a copy of my book, there's a link in the description box below, along with my journal, which can be very powerful for that nighttime ritual and dream journaling if you'd like to get yourself a copy. See you in the next one. That's a bye.